everyone. Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sam.
And we're at the amusement park. It's Part C. It's day 3. Archie and Penny have been there almost all day. We've been talking about it for 2 days. And I don't know about them. I don't know about you. I'm getting hungry. I need a snack.
Yes.
I need amusement park junk food, and I need it now, and I need a lot of it.
Yes.
Do you agree?
I totally agree.
What's the first thing you want to put in your face?
Probably cotton candy. Ooh. Oh, I said that, but now I just thought about an elephant ear or a funnel cake. Those two are awesome too.
I'm sorry, I'm from Canada.
Oh.
You're from America. You're not actually eating the ear of an elephant,
No.
are you? Please
No,
say no.
it's not actually an elephant's ear, but it's
what is it?
big like that, and it's dough, kind of like you might use
It's like a flat donut.
Yeah, it's like a flat donut, basically. You
okay,
fry it, and then put a bunch of cinnamon and sugar and
okay.
powdered sugar.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
Those are called beaver tails in Canada.
Oh, so also an animal.
The tail
Okay.
of a beaver, but maybe yours are bigger. That's why it's the ear of an elephant.
Plate size.
And a funnel cake, that's kind of, I've seen it. I've seen them make it on TV. You kind of like...
It kind of is like, looks like it's a little bit woven together.
Oh, okay.
And, but it's also fried dough.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing.
Okay.
But usually you put powdered sugar on it and fruit, maybe strawberries and whipped cream, maybe some ice cream.
A lot of people do these days, I think, especially go to amusement parks really just for the food. I think a lot of the things that we expect to find, of course, hot dogs, hamburgers, corn dogs, that hot dog on a stick, those are very popular, but now they have so many more types of food. You can probably find, I don't know, Lu Wei or something like that.
Oh, probably.
I'm not sure.
In Taiwan,
you
I
can
guess.
even in America, maybe it's become very international. I've seen a lot of really good-looking, delicious, and weird food at amusement parks. So let's see what they're going to be doing today. Will they be having snacks or going on more rides? Let's check out the dialogue to find out. Penny and Archie are on a bench by a food stand.
Yum! This turkey leg is just what I needed.
I totally agree. It's also a good thing that I didn't have this before the spinning teacups.
You look so dizzy. I thought you were going to throw up.
All right, everyone, welcome to Day 3, Part C of having fun at an amusement park. So we are still with Penny and Archie. They've done the rides. They waited in line for the haunted house.
Yep.
And now Penny and Archie are on a bench by a food stand. So look, they definitely are getting hungry. And they're gonna see what can they eat.
All right, and the good thing is that they have somewhere to sit. We know that because it says they're on a bench, and a bench is a type of chair. It's a long chair. Usually a bench will be outside or maybe in a building, but not probably in your home, in your living room. Benches are not that comfortable. That's why they're usually made of metal or wood or something like that, not soft like a sofa. Benches are great though. If you're in a park, you can sit on a bench. If you're at a bus stop, they might have a bench, or in an MRT station, there might be a bench there that you can sit on while you wait for your train. And as I said, it's not for one person. It will probably be long enough for at least 3 people or something like that. But it's also great because it will be outside, but it's a place to sit, so you don't have to sit on the ground. They can enjoy their food while sitting comfortably on the bench.
Yes, and so we're gonna see what food did they eat, and we see that Penny says, yum, this turkey leg is just what I needed.
Whoa.
So clearly by saying yum, this is really good to eat. She is excited about this food, and it is a turkey leg. So a turkey is a noun. It is a type of bird. It's the kind of bird that is, they're pretty big, and they have big fanned out tails, and they usually have a little little gobbler.
Beard?
I don't even know exactly what it's called.
Piece of skin.
Yeah, and so and they gobble is what we say in English. They gobble, 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 gobble.
Yeah.
And so this is the bird that we typically eat for Thanksgiving in America. Bigger than a chicken, bigger than a duck, that kind of thing. So this is a turkey.
There you go. And I guess you can get the leg of a turkey. So if you think of a chicken leg, which might be about that big, a turkey leg might be about that big. And I think they roast them or fry them. Anyway, I've heard they're very popular. And I kind of like the idea. You feel like a Viking warrior eating your giant piece of meat on a bone. But of course, it's a good snack to have. And you wouldn't make that at home.
No.
It's maybe too hard or too much trouble. So there you go. Archie says, I totally agree. He is also enjoying sitting on the bench, having a good little snack. And he points out something. He says, it's also a good thing that I didn't have this before the spinning teacups. A very good tip, a good bit of advice there. He's saying, I didn't have this. I didn't eat this snack, this food, before the spinning teacups. That's another one of the more popular, famous amusement park rides, the spinning teacups. I think it started at Disneyland.
I think so, yeah.
But it's just one of those rides where you kind of spin around a lot. The cup is spinning and you're spinning and then the whole ride is spinning. So you start to feel very dizzy and you might also start to feel not so good in your stomach area, like your food is trying to escape from your body. So if you eat like a giant greasy hamburger and then go on the spinning teacups, you might be giving the hamburger back to the world in a way that you don't want.
Yes, and so Penny says, you looked so dizzy. So on that teacup ride, you looked very dizzy. I thought you were going to throw up.
Yeah, no fun.
Yeah, not a fun thing to do at the park, especially because that meal was probably very expensive. You don't want to waste it and put it all back out there.
That's true. And also because you're spinning around, when you throw up, it might go everywhere. And you will still feel dizzy. That's the other thing, because feeling dizzy has nothing to do with your stomach. It has to do with the liquid in your head and in your ears. Specifically, if you spin around very, very quickly, then you stop, you will still feel like you are spinning around because the liquid in your head and your ears is still moving, and that feeling that you're gonna fall down, that the ground is moving under you or something like that, that is the feeling of being dizzy. And of course, this can happen if you stand up too quickly. It can happen if you're a skater and you spin around like they do on TV. And whatever the case, if you're not used to it, it might make you want to throw up.
Yes, and so that is our next word, throw up. There's also the word vomit. Both of these are the same meaning. If you throw something up, it's not like throwing a ball up and catching it.
You could
It
do
is
that.
you could, but this one is you throw up your food. So your food comes from your stomach. You might have been dizzy, you might have been sick. For whatever reason, you did not feel comfortable and the food came back out through your mouth, and it's not a fun thing.
No, it's not a fun thing. Doctors might call it vomiting, right? But I think it's polite if you say throw up.
Yeah, both are fine.
We also have words like barf and puke, but those are not words that are so polite. So maybe at the doctor's office, you could say, oh, I threw up yesterday. What's wrong with me? That is totally fine, but don't do it at the amusement park when you're on the teacups. That would not be okay. Let's take a break, and then we'll be back.
I almost did. I think I started feeling strange after the merry-go-round.
Really? That didn't affect me, but the bumper cars did.
Yeah, I bumped into you really hard several times.
I know. You made my head go backward and sideways.
That was fun. Just like our time here.
All right, back to Archie. So he's kind of saying it's good that I didn't have a snack before the spinning teacups, and Penny had mentioned that, yeah, he didn't look so good on the teacups. She thought he might throw up. He probably looked a little worried. He started to turn green a little bit. His skin looked a little green, like he really was feeling sick. And he says, I almost did. I almost did throw up. I really had to concentrate. I think I've heard if you swallow, you can't throw up.
Oh, I've heard if you smile.
Yeah, if you smile, you can't throw up too. But you have to keep smiling like a crazy person. I feel really terrible and I really want to go to the bathroom. Anyway, so there are some things, and I guess he did that. He didn't want to throw up on the ride. He says, I think I started feeling strange after the merry-go-round. Okay, another ride that will spin around. This is the one where you're kind of on the horses. Little kids, I think, like this ride. But yeah, you are going around in a circle, and that also might make you feel dizzy.
Yes, and so Penny says, really? That didn't affect me. So the merry-go-round and all those stuff, all those spinning arounds, Penny isn't bothered by it.
No, it's pretty slow, the merry-go-round.
But the bumper cars did. So Penny didn't feel any kind of sickness or anything from those spinning rides, but the bumper cars where they're crashing into each other did make her feel a little...
I guess when you hit, your stomach is, moving around or something. And also, I mean, you can turn really fast in those, so it might make your head spin a little bit, but it definitely affected her. To affect, to use this as a verb, is basically to cause a change in something. If you study more, it will affect your grades. You'll get better grades. A doctor might say, hey, if you're feeling tired all the time, maybe exercise a little bit more. It might affect you in a good way. We also have this word effect with E at the beginning, E-F-F-E-C-T. A lot of people get these confused. Affect with the A is the verb to cause a change. Effect is a noun, and that is the change that is caused, okay? So the medicine will affect you, and what is the effect? It will make you feel better. That is the effect, because the medicine will get in your body and affect you, cause a change, as we used it here, the verb. Yeah, Archie says, I bumped into you really hard several times. Well, thank you, Archie.
Yes.
Thank you for making me feel like I was gonna throw up. But it's the bumper cars. You're not supposed to go in there and just, oh, bump you. No, you're supposed to hit them really hard. But for some people, yeah, it might be too hard.
Yeah, so Penny says it sounds like she didn't feel so great. Maybe she felt sick, or maybe she just had a headache, because she says, I know, meaning I know you bumped into me, I was there. And she says, you made my head go backwards and sideways.
Ow.
Yeah, so maybe she has a bit of a headache now instead of just feeling sick.
I would have a neck ache probably from having my head thrown around like that. And that's a good point. Maybe if you're an older person, the bumper cars might cause some injury. So you do need to be careful with these things, especially older folks. But anyways, Archie says that was fun. Just like our time here. So the bumper cars were fun, and he says their time there was also fun. So the whole day has been fun, even the part where he thought he would throw up.
Yes, and so in that section we had the word backwards. Backwards is an adverb, and that just means to move backwards or to move away from the direction that you are facing. So if you're facing this way, this would be forwards, and then behind you is called backwards. So you can walk forwards or you can walk backwards. You could be bumped forwards or you could be bumped backwards if you were on this bumper car. She also got bumped sideways too. So forward, backwards, sideways.
There you go. And they've had a really good day at the amusement park. Hopefully their necks feel good, their stomachs feel fine, and I'm sure they will get home tired, maybe even exhausted, but very, very, very happy. I wonder what they're going to get at the gift shop. I wish we could have gone shopping with them, but
maybe a stuffed animal.
Anyways, maybe you'll see us at the gift shop at the amusement park. There's a few more months in the summer. It's a great time to go. So if you can get your family and friends to accompany you, do it. You will have a good time at the amusement park, and grab a turkey leg. I think I want to try that. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Penny and Archie are on a bench by a food stand.
Yum! This turkey leg is just what I needed.
I totally agree. It's also a good thing that I didn't have this before the spinning teacups.
You looked so dizzy. I thought you were going to throw up.
I almost did. I think I started feeling strange after the merry-go-round.
Really? That didn't affect me, but the bumper cars did.
Yeah, I bumped into you really hard several times.
I know. You made my head go backward and sideways.
That was fun. Just like our time here.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 bench 名词，长凳、长椅。The old man sat on the bench and enjoyed the warm sunshine. 老人坐在长椅上，享受温暖的阳光。Sunshine 就是阳光。下一个单字 turkey 名词，火鸡或者是火鸡肉。We had roasted turkey for Thanksgiving dinner. 感恩节晚餐我们吃了烤火鸡。Roast 就是烤。下一个单字 dizzy 形容词，头晕目眩的。I felt dizzy after riding the roller coaster. 我坐完云霄飞车后感到头晕目眩。最后一个单字 backward 副词，向后往后。He took a step backward when he saw the snake in front of him. 当他看见眼前的蛇时，他向后退了一步。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 It's a good thing that 加主词加动词，幸好怎么样。这里的 that 可以省略，我们来看看这个例句。It's a good thing that I brought an umbrella. It's raining now. 幸好我带了伞，现在下雨了。下一个文法 throw up 呕吐，我们来看看这个例句。I ate some bad food and threw up all night. 我吃了一些坏掉的食物，整晚都在呕吐。最后一个文法 bump into 撞上。Bump 指的是撞、碰。我们来看看这个例句。I wasn't paying attention and bumped into a tree while walking in the park. 我没有专心走路，在公园散步时撞上了一棵树。以上就是这课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Today we're going to take you to Bajiang River Charity Ferry Stele. Now it has a really interesting story behind it. At the Bajiang River, a long time ago, if people wanted to cross this river, they had to walk across the river. But then some businesses started making rafts and charging people and became really expensive. So the local authorities hired boatmen and eventually it was free. But later on, a suspension bridge was also built. However, there's no bridge there right now, but you can only imagine how many people have crossed the river. So let's learn more about the Bajiang River Charity Ferry Stele.
At the south end of Nantian Ancient Road, there is a municipal historic site called Bajiang River Charity Ferry Stele. The Bajiang River Charity Ferry Stele is located next to Amitabha Temple. The stele was built in 1847 and recorded a story. A long time ago, if people needed to cross the Bajiang River, the former name of the Bajiang River, they had to roll up their trouser legs and walk across the river with their own feet. Afterwards, some people made rafts and started to run a business ferrying people to their destinations. However, the fee was too high and caused disputes. Therefore, the authorities and local gentry decided to hire boatmen and pay them with money from rent off of fields. This way, people could cross Bajiang River without any charge. Taking a raft was convenient, but sometimes bad weather caused a shutdown. As a result, in 1923, during the Japanese-ruled period, a suspension bridge was built. In honor of the construction, the foundation of the stele was inscribed with words. Now the bridge can no longer be seen, but the bridge pier located next to Bajiang River is there. We can imagine how people crossed Bajiang River here.
I hope you guys really enjoyed learning about the Bajiang River Charity Ferry stele. And it has a lot of interesting stories and history behind it. So next time you visit, make sure you take lots of pictures. And this is all the time we have for today, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.